Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Déjà Vu for the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's time for Ace to wrap this case up to end this nightmare. So we're here in Sternwood's mansion. We made the save in the last episode before we did all that stuff at the police station. So here we're actually going to get the last two pieces of evidence we need to clear our name. And we get one in each of these rooms. One here in the guest room where Miss Vickers is located, and then one in the master bedroom where Mr. Sternwood is. So that door leads to Mr. Sternwood's place. We want to open up the night table here. And we want to take the memo. It's the only thing worthwhile here. It's blank, but the top sheet has several indentations in it. So we're going to have to do something to this memo, and this is where that pencil that we got a long time ago is going to come in handy. We're just going to use the pencil on the indentations, and it will spell out basically the timetable for the crime that was committed, the kidnapping, and basically how we are going to be framed for it. So let's use the pencil. There's one thing I didn't do here. If you have the truth serum, the medicine 1, you can use it on Miss Vickers and on Mr. Sternwood. But I'm going to play a second playthrough on the Game Boy Color. That's just going to be kind of like a speed run almost. And I'll show it off there. So this details the entire plot, basically. Lets us know everything that happened up until the game started. We were jumped, knocked unconscious. And when Siegel came, they killed him at 3:30. Put the stuff in our coat. That's why we have all that stuff with his initials in it in our coat. That's where put the Mrs. Sternwood in the trunk, where to put the keys then in the safe. So yeah, this is another piece of evidence that will, one of the 3 pieces of evidence that will incriminate Mr. Sternwood and Miss Vickers. Another piece we're going to be able to get from this nightstand. The third we'd already have if I was playing regularly. It's the diary from Miss Vickers' bungalow. Nothing in the briefcase. So that whole thing that we saw in that letter in the mailbox, just like a red herring to throw the cops off, saying like, "Hey, bring $20,000 to this place to pay the ransom for my wife, for your wife." It's just basically, I think, thing to get sympathy, because I saw there's no money in that briefcase. He was never going to pay a ransom. So we'll close the briefcase, close the candy box. I just took the candy there, it's kind of useless. It's chocolate. Find out that Ace doesn't even like chocolate when we use it on ourselves. But I just wanted to show that off for, like I said, completionist's sake. So this is a letter from Joey Siegel to Mr. Sternwood. Now remember, Miss Vickers was Joey's secretary. Apparently he found out that she was having an affair with Mr. Sternwood. Well, Mr. Sternwood was having an affair with her, and basically threatened to expose that affair to Mr. Sternwood's wife, Mrs. Sternwood, and of course if that happened, he would lose access to all her money. So he had to get rid of Mr. Siegel, keep his mouth shut. And I guess he also figured, hey, well, while we're doing that, we can get rid of the wife too, and we can frame Ace for everything. Because the police already know that there's some bad blood between Joey and Ace, based on their shared history in boxing. So, alrighty, let's use that chocolate here, finally eat it. I see a bunch of stuff. Apparently in the Macintosh version, the original version, you could actually like pretty much eat anything if it was like below a certain size. So you can eat like you can eat like bullets, you can eat paper, as long as it has a certain size limit, you're allowed to eat it. And they won't let you do that here. We couldn't even eat some things that we thought you should be able to eat, like that ham, or the sugar, or the flour. So here we're going to Kedzie. Normally we'd go back to Perea to get to Joe's bar, but I have to go back here because I have to pick up that diary, the last piece of evidence. I will, like I said, play more concisely when I do the Game Boy Color version. It's kind of like a bonus 2 episodes. I won't be exploring everything. I'll just be kind of going through it pretty quickly. Take this diary. Now I can show off the graphical changes and, you know, that using the drugs on the Miss Vickers and Mr. Sternwood. So we have the last diary there. And that's the we read it earlier. So this is the 3 things we need: the memo, letter 2, and the diary. You have to have them in your inventory to, like I said, clear your name. Of course, to clear your name, though, you're just going to have to get rid of a bunch of stuff. And we're going to do that, like I said, back at the sewers. So just getting a quick overview again of all the stuff. I know I didn't really go over it when I was initially reading this. So you get a second chance to read it. Mentioning the Game Boy Color, the remake of it, that comes bundled with Déjà Vu 2. So I'll be playing that game as well. It's, like I said, it didn't come out on the Nintendo. It only came out on the Game Boy Color. Like I said, bundled with Déjà Vu. There's a package called Ace Harding Diaries. That one apparently takes place immediately after this. Ties in a little bit more with the mob. Apparently we're sort of in debt, where Joey Siegel was in debt with the mob. With our association with him, we kind of get involved in it, so let's head back to the beginning of the game. Pay the cabbie. I said the brown cabbie, or the yellow cabbie here. I don't know what color I think that is, yellow or brown. He's the nice one. I said he will let you go without paying once. Then you have to pay him, in order for him to take you anywhere else, you have to pay him what you owe him. Where the blue cabbie just instantly, called the cops on you. And I'll show that off, because we have a few, we'll have some time once we finish the game here. We're almost done. Just closing a few more things here. Closing that manhole. We'll go into the sewer through the alleyway, because it's a little bit faster to get to the deepest part of the sewer. You just have to go down a few times. And here we are at the deepest part of the sewer. Now we can start throwing things away. Obviously the gun one. We saw in the last episode, if you go in there, our fingerprints are on it, they're going to peg us for the murder. Get rid of a bunch of things. Now if you try to get rid of something that you're not supposed to get rid of, the game won't let you, so it's pretty nice. So I got rid of the gun and I saved it there, because this is another kind of ending that we can get. we have all the evidence against the Vickers and Sternwood. However, we didn't get rid of the evidence that kind of made us suspicious looking. See? There's some evidence that they suspect you committed Joey Siegel's murder and kidnapped Sternwood. The bad blood between you and Siegel is well known. So we have to get rid of that potential evidence, which we'll do right here. And then we go to the police station with just the incriminating evidence against Vickers and Sternwood, and we'll actually win the game. So, get rid of the snapshot, which was basically showing the mark that Miss Sternwood, we had to kidnap. The bookmark that has Joey's initials on it. I'm going to just take that Hanky out of our coat, throw that in there. File 5 is the note 1 there is the IOU. File 5 is the kind of the timetable kidnapping note plan. That was when you read the memo. It said like plant the file in Ace's drawer in his office. The gang, the chief from Miss Vickers. There's that old ransom note that we know is fake. See, there was no ransom in that briefcase. For some reason, though, they won't let us get rid of it. Obviously, can't get rid of any of that stuff. Like I said, just to be safe, I don't think you need to get rid of these things, but just to be safe, I'm going to get rid of the hanky and the wallet, because they have Joey's initials on them. Now, the lighter does too, but I guess they don't want you to get rid of the lighter because you can use the lighter to burn evidence if you don't want to throw it in the sewer here. So let's get rid of these. Coat. And let's leave those last two things. Oof. Nice little wallet. There goes the hanky. Alrighty. Now let's get out of here. And now we'll be able to actually get the real ending. And look, I didn't run into the mugger. Nice. So Ace is going to end with $20. We won't have that though in the next game though. So Ace always getting into trouble. Alrighty. Let's go make our case to the police. Ace clears name. The evidence you brought forth proves interesting. In a courtroom where you wind up, during the trial of kidnapping Mr. Sternwood and the murder of Joey Siegel, 3 bits of evidence prove valuable. The diary from Vickers' bungalow, the blackmail letter, and timetable from Sternwood's bedroom. These 3 show the plot by Sternwood and Vickers to kill Mr. Sternwood and Siegel, and make you take the fall for it. Revealed on the witness stand, and Vickers admitted to the crime. Way to go, Ace. So now we are a fully qualified private investigator. Nice. Like I said, we'll put some of that skill to use in Déjà Vu 2. But first, like I said, I'm going to do a playthrough of the remake on the Game Boy Color. So it'll just be a quick speed run, almost. I won't be examining everything, but you'll get to see how the graphics has changed. I know one of the things they changed Joe's bar to Joe's place to go around, get around the whole alcohol thing. They did censor the alcohol in this game out. It was supposed to be alcohol instead of seltzer in the whatchamacallit, in the bar, but they changed it up. So we're going to use the different medicines that we have acquired on ourselves, and basically see the different things that it does. So, medicine 3 counteracts the pain of overeating. So we use that, it tasted pretty good. Medicine 4 here, this is the Orphrea, which is for heart murmurs, and it could prove fatal, but it doesn't prove fatal on us, luckily. The only one that does is the Medrozin. We fear was going to die, but we're not. Well, you know what? We can take some of that chemopapin, which is medicine 5. Take some of that, because that induces euphoria. That'll make us feel better after we almost died there, taking that stuff. And unfortunately, they will not let us use the truth serum, the sodium pentanol, the medicine 1, on ourselves. So yeah, try to use it on the capsules. We could put it in the capsule, but then they won't let us use it on ourselves. So that's the one medicine they won't let us take. Don't even bother trying it. So I'm going to show off. As you can see, I'm down to 1 coin. So I'm going to tell the cabbie to take me somewhere. And we owe him 75 cents. We only have 25 cents. So if you try to give him the $20 bill, he doesn't accept it. You just use 1 coin. He's like, that's not enough. So if you speak with him again, he basically says, pay back the money I lent you or else. So yeah, if you try to go back in here and get him to take you somewhere else, he won't take you until you give him the money that you owe him. So we have to go to the casino and win some cash if we wanted to pay him back. And we don't need to do this because, like I said, the game is already over. But there's a few more things I want to show off here. The mugger. So this is the 3rd time we're encountering the mugger. The 3rd time, once again, we can hit him. He's sporting 2 black eyes from the first 2 times we hit him. And now, we hit him in the nose. So we've given him 2 black eyes and broke his nose. And wow, he's mad. Now, he's really mad. So if you don't give him the $20, he will shoot you. If you try to hit him, which I will right here, bam! He's quick on the draw. He knows better now. He was tired of arguing with your fist. He robs and shoots us. Alright, so yeah, let's just give him the $20 and see what he does. He will happily skip off and wish us well. And thank you for following through. I'll see you in the bonus episodes. Take care, have a good one. Bye.